Aloha and good morning. Welcome to this segment of driveways. Today we're pouring a long driveway. It's a beautiful day here in Waikoloa. Not a single cloud up in the sky. I was here probably at 3 a.m. Didn't get much sleep, and here's the reason why. We're pouring a long driveway, number one. And number two, we're not quite ready. We have concrete coming in this morning at 10:30 a.m. I still haven't put in the reinforcing steel. There's certain areas here that has not been compacted. Also certain areas that is not, it's too thick. It calls out for a 4-inch concrete slab. And certain areas right now are at 9 inches. So there's a lot of work to be done before concrete. And there's only like 3 of us or 4 of us to get this ready before mud gets in. We have finishers coming in at about 10 o'clock, 30 minutes prior to pouring. And so there's a lot of work that needs to get done. And that's probably the reason why I lose sleep on these kinds of things, because we're not quite ready. We got it set up yesterday in one day. Got all the forms up, graded some areas, also compacted some areas as well, but still not quite completely done. Fortunately for us, the reinforcing steel is welded wire mesh, which is the rows that we have here on the ground. So yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. And so, as concrete contractors, we have one shot at this. It needs to go right the first time. There are fixes if it doesn't work out. However, it costs money. Concrete costs money. It's expensive these days. So if there's anything you want to see or any questions, feel free to leave it on the comment section. As you can see, this is an area that needs more gravel. We're at 9 inches, and we got to bring it up to 4 inches. We don't want to pay concrete when you can fill it up with gravel. So here we're spreading it out with the excavator. We have a great awl that's bringing it to him, feeding him with the gravel, and he's spreading it out. And once we get it all spread out and right to the height where we need it, then it's compaction time. One of our guys has a fire hose, so he's blasting it with the fire hose, getting it moist enough to where we can get good compaction. And here's our guy compacting it down. And once it's compacted down, there's other things that we need to put in, like conduit. A sleeve is what we call it, where you put in water lines or electrical lines, low voltage electrical lines underneath the slab. If you want to cross it rather than cutting it, we put in those sleeves. Then after that, we put in the reinforcing steel. In this case, it is welded wire mesh. And so we're spreading, the last pieces of it. It's a row, and because it's downhill, it's easy to kind of roll out. Once it's ready, this is how it should look, and this is how we got it. And we're ready to go. 10:30, the truck arrived, our finishers are here, and we're ready to rock and roll. The guys are pumped, they're ready to go, they've done their stretches, and it's nerve-wracking for me because my neck is on the line, but these guys are ready, and they're ready to jam this out. So here we go. They wanted to tailgate the bottom part of it, and then they wanted to start after that from the top using gravity. Finishers do know that it is so difficult to pull or to screed mud uphill. So they wanted to do everything downhill, but they wanted to do it in segments. So now we're coming down to the bottom, the last portion of it. And then after this is done, after they lay it down, we'll leave a couple of guys here. And then everybody will start from the top and work our way down, once again using gravity, because this is an uphill driveway. It's pretty steep, and so yeah, it's a tough day. Beautiful day though, beautiful weather is perfect today. After the bottom is done, we're starting from the top of the driveway, and once again using gravity. We're just letting it, flow downhill. Now, one thing you got to know about this is, some of you finishers may be asking, why do you guys have it so thick and so, put in some water, make it flow a little bit better. Going downhill, screeding downhill If it's watery, it has a tendency of just falling, right? Even when you float it out, it falls. So we try to keep it at a 6 slump. It may not look like a six slump, but here in Hawaii, that's a 6 slump. After we're done, we're done laying it down. The finishers do their thing, getting it smoothed out, and after that, we are ready to broom it. This is the final result, starting from the bottom where we started. It was already hard. We left about 3 people down, and this is how the broom mark looks. We used a light green broom on the bottom. On the steep part, we used the black broom because it needed to be a bit rougher, right? It needs traction, so you're not slipping all over the place with your car. And so this is it. After the pour, the guys went about pulling out the stakes, and there it is. All the stakes are out and everything is broomed. We needed a little rougher traction on the steep part, and then as it turns into the home, it was a lighter broom. It's a shared driveway with the 2 houses that you see, and yeah, that's it. It was a tough day, beautiful day. Like I said, there's not a single cloud in the sky, but it turned out really well. And here's the final result, looking from the bottom. It's a beautiful sunset. So these houses have a beautiful view. Boy, this is a kid's dream with a skateboard, right? And just skateboard downhill. But this is it. Everybody left. I was the first man in and the last man out, making sure that everything is the way we wanted it to be, and it's the result that we wanted and the result that our customer asked for, especially the developer. Leave me a comment if there's anything you see that should be better, or the finish isn't quite the way you think it should be. Let me know your thoughts. But this is what we got. Total yardage, we had about 90 yards. We also have stoops around these houses. Coming out from the garage, the man door, there's a stoop there. So each house had about 1 or 2. Yeah, beautiful day, beautiful sunset, beautiful view. Now it's time for us to hit the ocean and enjoy some needed time. It was a backbreaker today, but we got it done. 10 guys was the total guys that we had today, and it was just perfect. It wasn't too much, it wasn't too little, so we didn't take a butt whooping today. Everybody had a lot of energies to take home with them, to be with their families. Everybody was safe, and I am truly grateful that no one got hurt today and everything went well. Thank you for joining me, and once again, leave me a comment.